Nearly every Californian will be eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine starting next month. The state's plan to balance increased demand with a short supply.
Plus, a new documentary takes an inside look at the life of an ICU nurse at Sharp Memorial, what the filmmaker and the nurse hope to achieve.
And we'll introduce you to the Positively San Diego group of volunteers who have quietly been helping the Sheriff's Department rescue people for decades.
ABC 10 News at 6 starts now.
But first, at least 5 Marines are under investigation for allegedly stealing explosives and ammunition from Camp Pendleton and trying to sell some of it on the internet. That is according to a source with close military ties. Good evening. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. Our ABC 10 News investigative reporter Jennifer Kastner has been digging into this story for weeks. She joins us right now where she was told that several thousand rounds of ammo were stolen. Jen.
Yes, Steve, that's right. Thousands of rounds and explosives. This is a big deal. We're told that the FBI, NCIS, and the ATF are all involved in this investigation. Mass amounts of ammunition and explosives allegedly stolen by several Marines from Camp Pendleton, according to a source with close military ties. That source said that at least 5 reconnaissance Marines are under investigation for allegedly stealing thousands of rounds of military-grade ammo, along with explosives. Then one Marine allegedly tried to sell the ammo online, but got caught in a sting operation that was set up by federal agents. Sitting in the brig now, 28-year-old Sergeant Gunnar Naughton, the first Marine to go to court in connection to the case. His involvement is still unknown. We were at his hearing last Friday inside this courthouse on base, where he was charged with 6 counts, including larceny and obstruction of justice. According to the Marines, at one point he worked for the military as a chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear defense specialist. His attorney declined to comment on the record. A second attorney, Bethany Peyton O'Brien, said she's representing a second Marine who's accused in connection to the case, Staff Sergeant Alexander Zub. She said he was charged with obstruction of justice, but the base has not confirmed that.
Our client is not involved in a conspiracy. We adamantly deny he committed any obstruction of justice.
Peyton O'Brien said her client owns a home on a piece of land in Fallbrook where he allowed another Marine to rent space for his trailer, and that location was raided by agents.
Because my client is the homeowner or the landowner, the investigators just made the conclusion that he must be involved because he owns the land.
She added that there have been repeated inconsistencies and misinformation spread by agents who she said questioned Zub about a separate case that he had no knowledge of.
The investigators, whether it's NCIS or other agencies that are involved, were trying to connect this case to 29 Palms.
To the missing C4. In
Correct.
February, ABC 10 News broke the story about 10 pounds of C4 explosives that reportedly went missing from a different Southern California Marine base in 29 Palms. At this time, there is no indication that the two cases are related. And then there's a third attorney who we spoke to Thursday who said she's representing a third Marine in the Pendleton case who has not been charged. She declined an interview but sent a statement reading in part, "He is a junior enlisted Marine who is proud to serve and protect his fellow Americans. He looks forward to resolving the allegations against him in the most favorable way possible." Officials at Pendleton declined to provide a statement or an interview. And NCIS is in charge of this investigation, but they said they couldn't provide any comment because the investigation is still open and ongoing. Reporting live tonight, Jennifer Kastner, ABC 10 News.
Jen, thank you. It is in just 3 weeks, Governor Gavin Newsom says any Californian 16 or older who wants a vaccine should be able to get one. Eligibility expands to anyone 50 or older on April 1st, then to anyone 16 and older on the 15th. Our ABC 10 News reporter Jennifer Dela Cruz explains how the state plans to manage an increase in demand while doses are still in short supply.
Governor Gavin Newsom sending a strong message of hope in a press conference Thursday.
There's not just light at the end of the tunnel, there's bright light.
The state now planning to drop vaccine eligibility tiers, opening up doses to all adults in California in just 3 weeks.
So in just a few weeks, there'll be no rules, no limitations as it relates to the ability to get a vaccine administered.
By April 1st, eligibility will open to anyone 50 and older. By the 15th, that expands to 16 and up. But the promise of eligibility comes as the entire country continues to battle issues with supply. Vaccination centers in Del Mar and Petco Park have been shut down several times, canceling appointments because they ran out of doses. On Thursday, vaccine appointments at CVS pharmacies throughout the state were mostly fully booked. Newsom says meeting his new goal comes with a caveat.
This comes with the expectation of more manufactured supply. This comes with the expectation we'll be going from about 1.8 million doses a week to about 2.5 million doses in a number of weeks.
Supervisor Nathan Fletcher says the county is expecting more doses soon, but that still won't be enough.
Next week, we're projected to get about 15% more than we got this week. So it's going in the right direction, but it's not enough to meet the need. This isn't a reason to be discouraged. It's just a reflection of reality.
1.5 million doses have already been administered in San Diego County so far. Jennifer Dela Cruz, ABC 10 News.
And coming up later in this newscast, we're going to look at how the honor system plays a big role in who can get vaccinated right now.
After holding steady for about a week, our 14-day rolling average dropped noticeably today, down to 2.5%. That's because just 1% of all tests reported yesterday came back positive, and that amounts to about 200 new cases locally. The county also says 11 more San Diegans have died from the virus.
A new survey suggests that parents are more concerned about their children getting infected with COVID at school than falling behind academically. Right now, several school districts are working to bring their students back for in-person learning in April. Now, that survey from the California Teachers Association shows that voters and parents want to prioritize student safety as opposed to getting them back in the classrooms as soon as possible.
Well, I want to make sure that our school districts are going to do what we need to do in terms of safety measures and making sure that our classrooms are safe.
We have reached out to the governor's office for a comment on the CTA survey results. We've yet to hear back.
New at 6 o'clock, as some things start getting back to normal, a short documentary shot at Sharp Memorial Hospital is giving us a look inside the life of a San Diego ICU nurse working on the front lines for the past year. ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala spoke with that nurse and the filmmaker about the goal of this film.
The community around us calls us heroes, but I have trouble taking that in. It doesn't feel heroic when we can't give our patients the comfort that they want, or we can't let their loved ones in because of visitation rules, or when we zip up a body bag quickly after they die in order to make room for the next person.
That's a glimpse into what life looked like for the past year for Sharp Memorial ICU nurse Deanna Okajima. With under 3 years of experience as a nurse, she had just shifted to the ICU as the COVID-19 pandemic began.
I didn't quite feel prepared. We were all kind of transitioning together.
The short documentary film Exposure, produced, shot, and edited entirely by filmmaker Claire Imler, Deanna's childhood friend, gives us an intimate look at some of the challenges nurses faced as COVID-19 patients were hospitalized. They not only took care of each person and prepared for the next, but also worked to connect patients with their families.
I'd like to set up a Zoom meeting if you want to. We really encourage families to call.
I also hope that people just look at it and appreciate everything nurses like Deanna have had to face this past year.
Working with COVID-19 patients changed nursing as Deanna knew it.
We learned to prepare before we go into the rooms, before we run in. We learn to think critically about the number of things that could go wrong.
As hospitals are looking better, vaccines are now available, and some people are returning to a little bit of normalcy. Both hope the documentary will always serve as a reminder of what many healthcare workers live through and their resilience.
I hope that this film serves as a memoir for our healthcare providers across the world.
Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
A link to the 11-minute documentary will be posted on our website, 10news.com.
A cold storm has brought some rain to our county. This dash cam video shows conditions on the 5 from earlier today. A lot of traffic stop, a lot of raindrops there. Our meteorologist Angelica Campos joins us live with a look at how much rain we're going to get through this and the gusty winds in parts of the county. Angelica.
Hi, Steve. That's a great video. It really shows what kind of rate we're going to be seeing into tomorrow. So it's going to be light. You're going to see those droplets just kind of hitting that windshield tonight, and for anyone traveling overnight or even into tomorrow morning. The winds are also gusting close to 60 miles per hour in Harrison Park, around 30 miles per hour in areas like Julian, just a little bit stronger at the moment, and 45 miles per hour in Boulevard West. Here are the showers we're seeing right now. As we pause this to the current conditions, you can see it's kind of hit or miss. That's the kind of rain we're going to see around the county. And as we take you through the North County, let's see if I can take you guys around the county. There it is. The first one showing you a little bit of that rain in Sanitas Escondido. And let's go a little bit farther south. There it is, without making everyone dizzy. La Jolla, just a few showers, but still dry at the moment in Chula Vista and also in San Diego. Again, those showers will continue into tomorrow morning, becoming drier by the afternoon. And then a big warm up also to follow. I'll show you what to expect in the 7-day forecast.